Oh boy, I sure am hungry. I know. I'll make myself some sandwiches.
Let's see. Oh, we have 794 grams of peanut butter. Perfect. I'll be able to make exactly 25 sandwiches. As everyone knows, the perfect grams of peanut butter to sandwich ratio is 39.7 to 1.
A few moments later.
WT heck? I was only able to eat 23 sandwiches. Yet, I perfectly calculated how much peanut butter to put on each one. I best get to the bottom of this. Gasp! Some of the peanut butter stuck to the sides of the container. Not to mention the fact that after making each sandwich, I licked the peanut butter off the knife.
Warning! Do not lick knives. It is dangerous, and you will cut your tongue. I guarantee it. Miss Brooks is not responsible for any tongue that has been cut as a result of a student licking a knife after watching this podcast. Though you can't really call it a podcast because it has visuals. Ha ha!
Well, I guess when you're making something in real life, you can never produce 100% of what you theoretically could because some will always get lost along the way.
That's right, me from the past. Hello, welcome to podcast 8.4 on percent yield. My name is Stephen Paul Forster, and I was in the 2018 to 2019 AP Chemistry class my junior year, meaning I was part of the class of 2020. One cool fact about me is that I won the Honors Chemistry Award, but not the AP Chem one, which I'm totally not bitter about at all. Now is the time you should all pull out your guided notes for section 8.4 on percent yield. Or you can never take guided notes, drop out of high school, and eventually wind up getting arrested for tax fraud. The choice is yours. Similar to my peanut butter predicament, most reactions never succeed in producing the predicted amount of product. The reactions will stop before all the reactants are used up, or some of the reactants will be lost. When making a reaction, scientists want a percent yield that is as close as possible to 100%. And today I will show you how to find this percent yield.
So, in order to calculate percent yield, one needs two things: a theoretical yield and an actual yield. Now, even if these terms are new to you guys, you already know how to find both of them. The theoretical yield is the result of using stoichiometry to go from the mass of the reactant to the mass of the product. It is the maximum amount of the product that could be produced from a given amount of reactant. The actual yield is pretty self-explanatory. It's the actual amount that's produced in real life, and it's found by being measured in a lab. Once you have found both of these, just put the actual yield over the theoretical yield, and multiply by 100%, and bada bing bada boom, you've got percent yield. Now, let's do a couple of practice problems. It says here, when potassium chromate is added to a solution containing 0.5 grams of silver nitrate, solid silver chromate is formed. Now, our first problem here is to determine the theoretical yield, and we can do this using stoichiometry. First, we need to set up our bridge. We can start with the 0.5 grams of silver nitrate that's given to us. Then, we'll use the molar mass of the silver nitrate, which is 169.9 grams, to convert to moles. Then, we can use the mole ratio to find how many moles of solid silver chromate there are. Then, use molar mass of the silver chromate, which is 331.7 grams, and we can find how many grams of the silver chromate are produced. When we plug this into our TI Inspire calculator, we get 0.488 grams of the silver chromate produced. This is our theoretical yield. Now that we have our theoretical yield, we can solve our second problem, which asks us to calculate the percent yield if 0.455 grams of the silver chromate is obtained. So all we have to do is take our actual yield, which is the 0.455 grams that's given to us, take that over the 0.488 grams, which we found using stoichiometry, and multiply by 100%. And we get 93.2%, so this is a very good percent yield as it is close to 100. Well, that's the gist of percent yield, but before I go I have some chemistry trivia. There's one for honors, and one for regular. If you turn in your completed trivia the day after this podcast is supposed to be viewed, you can get 1 extra point on your Unit 8 tests. And as always, see you in class.